as you say, for the technology requirements, it's very important for everybody to know them. Why? Because we depend mainly on technology in such courses. It's a distant learning course, so no way we will have to have a computer or laptop or a tablet. Maybe you can also use your phone if you're outside, but make sure that your phone is supplied with all the applications we will use during the course, because we will use many applications. They are all in the laptop or included in Windows and so on. But for the mobile phones, you need to have you need to download some of these. Another thing that is very important is the high-speed internet. Always remember that we need always a high-speed internet connection. Okay, why? As long as we don't have to move from a place to another, as long as we stay at home or close to home, so we need a fast internet connection, a very powerful internet connection, in order to allow us be on the track all the time. It's very important to have this. Also, we need a good webcam, because sometimes I'll ask you to switch on your cameras to speak to me, to have like group work or pair work during the course. This is an obligatory requirement in our course. The headset for sure, because if you are in a crowded place or something, you need to concentrate on what you hear. The Zoom as an application is our main platform. Also, the class recordings and permissions for recordings you need not to record, because I only record this session because it's the orientation session, and I will put it or upload it to the Google Classroom. All the candidates, all the trainees in this course have to download Google Classroom, and once this session is over, you need to send me your Gmail accounts on my private WhatsApp account in order to add you to the Google Classroom of this course. In the Google Classroom, you will find all the materials, you will find everything you need, you will find the assignments as well, and you will find your dates of your TP's dates, because you know every teacher or every candidate needs to pass 6 TPs till the end of the course. In each week, you have just one 40-minute TP, and I will speak about this later. What is your expectation? So the expectations of the course, what do you need from me? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the in-class expectations, and also some of the code of the conducts, the attendance, because this is a part of your assessment in this course. You need to attend 100% of the course, so do not ever be absent for any reason. You can just start your Zoom session and be with me even if you are outside. This is why I say download these applications on your phones, because sometimes some people I know, some people have like occurrences and it's out of your hand. So what to do? Actually, you can use the application on your phone, and before 5 minutes before each session, you will receive the link of the session. Today's link is a kind of a temporary one, because it's for all, but for the session, it will be added to your CELTAD group 10 2021. Okay, and 10 here refers to October, by the way. The copyright, you can read this once you're alone. The cost of the course, the course completion, the discipline policy, the harassment reporting if one of my team makes something which is outlaw, or you need to complain anyway, or you made a kind of something which is um, outlaw or outside the course regulations that we agreed today or before the course started. So we will have like something like that to deal with you. You have a lot of things, the study tabs, the motivation, and until the end. And here you will write your course title, your round, and the cost of your course title, because this actually is needed for those who are in the accreditation organization. So for that, it's very easy for everybody to start reading. And if you can't read, it's actually against the idea of having a good or a course like that one. So reading is the first step of joining any course. If you need really to learn, you need really to teach yourself how to read. It's very important that you read all the time, because I provide you a lot of resources during the course that need you to read. Because if you don't read them, you will mess a lot. What about the course outline? The course outline is maybe more than what you had, because I made a kind of amendments. And when I say amendments, I mean that I added more and more to my course. The last round, I told them these things, but actually it wasn't, these weren't written in their certificate in order to keep it a kind of a secret recipe of Lingo Palace. But for you now, I need to tell you what is included in your course. The CELTAD course, it based 120 intensive course, actually was made in order to meet the international criteria for teaching English in an American diploma school. So this is our main focus, how to teach English in these schools. What is the secret recipe? Here comes the secret recipe of Lingo Palace. As long as I work for about 22 years in schools, some of these years maybe 5 or more, as an academic principal and map coordinator, and a lot of other standardized and tests in these schools. So I put my whole experience in such a course. So you will find how to teach, you will find how to supervise, you will find how to make the credit hour plan, you will find how to deal with SAT, ACT, EST exams. You will know more and more about the MAP test. What is MAP? What does it stand for? Actually, MAP stands for Measures Academic Progress, and it's one of the tests that are needed for any accreditation organization around the world. The most well reputable organization that accredit such schools is called Cognia. What about Array? Array is one of them. We have also EWA. So we have many organizations, but we will make a kind of focus of the accreditation method and how to be an effective and active partner or even a member in the accreditation team of your school. So this is also one of the course course focus points during the course. But I will not start with such things. I will put them at the end. As long as you understand everything of how to teach so and so and how to deal with an American school student, you will know how to deal with accreditation policies and accreditation organizations. So in module 1, you will have a kind of introduction, teachers and learners, and it is a part of this course, how to plan your for your seating plan, how to use all this during the course. In module 2, we will have like a grammatical awareness part, lesson planning, building a lesson plan, and then we will move to the skills: teaching writing, teaching reading, teaching speaking, and listening. And for your knowledge, in American schools, they do not focus on the idea of listening and speaking as long as they, or because they actually focus on the native speaker. But here in our Middle Eastern countries, they just send us the on-level curriculums. So why should I know about teaching, speaking, and listening as long as they are not available in the American diploma schools? Because they are integrated in reading classes and in writing classes. So all the time you will find audio tracks attached to the website of, for example, Syllabus, which is one of the books we use, or the publishing companies we use their books in American diploma. And I will show you all of these because I have like a free account on Syllabus, and I have all the material that is taught for American school students. Okay, in module 9, we will speak more or deeply about the productive skills and the receptive skills and how to apply all this in your class. In module 10, how to use games and controlled practices in your class. And by the way, this all these modules will move along with the TPs. So you will use such things in your TPs, and you will have feedback and reviews on what you do in your class, and I will tell you how now. Okay, in module 11, how to teach literature, and I'm sure that nobody else provides such thing in their courses. Actually, I know more and more, and people think that SAT is American diploma. No, this is wrong. SAT is like IELTS. It's a test to just check students' understanding all the time in American diploma. But American diploma system is totally different. The SAT is a test that the student has in grade 11, like 2 times or 3 times, maybe 4 times, I'm sorry. And in grade 12, if he wants to apply for SAT 2, or we call it SAT subject test. Okay, what about module 12? In module 12, we will have some focus on the lexis, the phonology, the functional language of the courses, and also that I can use inside the classroom. From module 13 to module 27 modules, maybe 8, they focus on the administrative work in American diploma. And I am sure also that this is the only course that has this kind of information. The CCSS, or the Common Core State Standards, and these are the standards American diploma curriculums are based on. Okay, so what about the science? Do we have CCSS as well? Actually, like 2 years, or maybe from 2 to 4 years ago, they started to innovate a new kind of standards that is specialized for science, which is the NGSS, No Generation Science Standards. So for all subjects, even science, schools use the CCSS, which is a type of standards that all the Americans in America and outside America use in order to make their syllabus breakdown, and in order to plan for their years, and in order to make workshops planning of what is the coming CM or curriculum map. Okay, so they rely totally on the CCSS. But what about the NGSS? The NG is derived from the double CSS, Why? Because it is only focusing on the science content. And this is in module 13. And also the assessment criteria in American schools. So how to assess your students, the formative assessment in American schools, the summative assessment in American schools. What about the assessment when they grow up in the high school? So we always start from grade 1 or maybe KG1 to grade 12. So for everybody in this course, you will know everything about this content from the beginning till the very end. Okay, in module 14, the evaluation and testing, and what is the difference between assessment and evaluation and testing, you will know once you are in. And once we reach this part, you will find that assessment is somehow different from the type of evaluation and testing. In module 15, the discipline in the classroom and students' motivation, how to motivate your students. In module 16, teaching vocab and teaching with limited resources, and this is a kind of how to find a way out if you work in a poor or a limited resource school, how to explain, how to speak, how to teach, how to motivate your students all the time, even if you have limited resources. And then the error correction and exam preparation. Module 18, we will focus on the SAT and SAT subject test, along with ACT and EST, because some of you are in Egypt, and in Egypt, there is no more SAT tests. So they focus on the ACT and the EST. So in module 18, we will focus on such types of tests. And also, I will speak about the MAP or the MAP test, which is not applicable somehow, except in some schools in Egypt, but outside Egypt, in the Middle East, they must apply it to have the accreditation. And what are the substitutions that we may have if we don't want to go, or if the school doesn't want to apply such tests in the school. In module 19, we will speak about the accreditation requirements and how to be an effective member, team member in the accreditation team of your school. And in module 20, we will speak about credit hour planning. And believe me, nobody tells anybody about the credit hour planning because it's very difficult to be done, as well as it is a kind of a secret plan any school wants to do. So you will not find anybody to tell you about the credit hour plan. Okay, and also we will speak about the types of subjects. These are the whole modules in our CELTAD course. I know now that some people start to say, what brings me here? Isn't it? Am I right or not? You can't speak now. I finished this part of the course outline. So the one who wants to speak, just raise your hand and let me hear you.
No, we're happy to be here. Actually, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm
and
happy.
I enjoyed.
I'm happy and I'm scared. Still,
yeah.
I didn't start speaking about the assessment criteria. Mr. Muhammad Khalifa, yes.
Hello, Dr. Amr. Really, I'm lost right now because I do not know.
No, just spoke about the outline. What about attending the classes?
Right now, I'm so excited and thrilled as well. And I have a positive attitude just to reach, but really, I didn't know most of the abbreviations Your Highness is giving us and the names of the tests and etc. Really, it is very confusing to me. Because I don't have any experience about that, and this is my expectation, inshallah. And this is a good objective and a good aim I must reach, inshallah. And this will be. I will put some procedures and I will put my plan, inshallah, to reach such items. And thanks a million, Doctor. Really, it is very fantastic. Thanks a million.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed Adel.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for the great presentation. I really enjoyed it and I learned a lot about it. But the question I'd like to ask you, if I may, what is the difference between CELTA D and CELTA? Are they similar or are they
No.
completely different?
CELTAD, the word CELTAD or CELTAD stands for
Yes.
Certificate of English Language Teaching in American Diploma. It's totally different from CELTA. It doesn't relate to
So
CELTA.
they do not have anything in common.
I don't have any.
They do not have anything in common. They're not related at all, and they're completely different.
We can say it's completely different because you will find that we have something in common, which is the way we apply the outline. And also in our course here, we have TPs like the CELTA. But these TPs are for American diploma students. So this is a must. I ask or I make like an ad for a free course to American diploma students from grade 4 to grade 10 in order to have real students to be taught during the course. And also I use a kind of assessment form or class visit form, but this form is based on the ILLIT, which is applied in American diploma schools. So the only thing that is, we can say, different is the concept of the course. The concept here is how to teach English in American diploma schools. So everything is, or all the focus of the course on the American context, the American diploma context, I mean. But in the CELTA, CELTA is a kind of teaching you how to teach the 4 skills in any context. So once you have the CELTA, you can teach English. But when you go to, or when you join an American school as a teacher, I think you get lost in the beginning in order to know how everything is working. So you take a long time in order to be involved with the stream of this context. In this course, actually, I remove this confusion. And in this course, I'll teach you what is exactly needed in the American diploma schools, and even the lesson planning, what are the lesson plan types that you must use during the courses, or I'm sorry, during the teaching process in this school or in this context, because they are somehow different. If you join or if you work in IG school, you will find that they follow a different context, which is closer to the CELTA. Got it?
Okay.
Got my point?
Yes, I got it. Thank you so much.
Anyway, thank you. Okay, anybody else? Does anybody want to participate or say something about what we had in this part? Because I'm gonna speak about the assessment criteria. Do you like to know what are the assessment criteria? No? I can't hear you. How to assess my trainees. Okay, let's move on as long as nobody wants to speak. And I find that people are just gazing at me. I don't know why, but although I can't see anybody, but I find that some people are just silently gazing at the screen. What is the assessment criteria of this course? How well this man assesses? How will he evaluate our work? We need to know. Okay, Ms. Fanta. The course assessment criteria actually is a kind of having the same criteria of the CELTA course. So you will find that you need some points in order to have your certificate. And it is really applied. Yeah, for sure, and put this in your mind from the beginning. If you are one of the trainees in this course, you need to work hard along the course in every time. Why? Because actually I seriously evaluate everybody here according to this criteria. So this is also one of the things that will be sent and put on the Google Classroom for the candidates of this course. How to assess you, how to evaluate your work. It is a kind of continuous evaluation or ongoing assessment, as we call it. But do I need to, what do I need to do during the course in order to have the pass or the pass B or the pass A, or could I fail the course at the end? Actually, yes, we have like four levels of graduation in this course. The main components to the grading are: number one, the teaching practice, the TP. Candidates teach a total of 4 hours. This means 6 sessions with classes at different levels of ability. So everybody of you is actually is supposed to teach 6 lessons, online lessons, to students in the same context, the context of American schools, okay? And you will have an instant feedback directly after you finish your class. Will you attend the class, Mr. Am? No, I will not attend the class, but after you finish your class, you need to record your class. I will give you the link of the class a day before you start, and you will use this link in order to teach your students. You need to record your class and then upload this class or this video on the Google Drive of the course. And I will show you how, and I will tell you how everything will happen directly before it happens. Why? In order not to forget. But I will teach you some technologies along the course. By the way, I didn't mention that, but actually I also teach you the 21st century technology of education. So this is what you will learn, as well as you will learn how to teach so and so. You will learn about the administrative work of the American schools. You will also learn about the websites we have to use during in our classes. Everything we need to use even before the TP part starts, because the TPs will not be from the first week. TPs will start from the 4th week. You know, we have like 10 weeks of work, so you will finish the 6 TPs in the 10th week of the course, which is the last week, or maybe we have like 1 more week, 2 more weeks at the end in order to wrap up everything in the course. Okay, but you will have these 6 TPs starting from week 4. So week 1, week 2, week 3 work will be just preparing you as a teacher to deal with students in such context. The assessment is based on the trainees' overall performance at the end of the 4 hours. This represents 60% of the final grade. So you need at least to score 60% of the final grade of the TP, okay? The attendance and participation. You need to attend 100% of the course, okay? Otherwise, you will not have your certificate. As I told you, if you have something, if you have an occurrence or something like that, you need to even use your phone to attend, okay? So trainees are required to practice, cooperate, help their colleagues, because you will help your colleagues. You will make a kind of peer observation and such things, and collaboratively during the course, okay? The CELTAD and FTMS. FTMS is the science course, science and math course for teachers. But now we are speaking about the CELTAD. Also take into consideration various aspects of professionalism and professional development. This includes, I let you read this, at the end of the course, we have an exam, and this is number 3, or criteria number 3. So the criterion of, criterion number 3. So the criteria consists of, number 1, the TPs, number 2, the attendance and participation, number 3, the end of course exam. Do we have exam? Yes, you have exam for sure. This exam is not found in a course like CELTA, because CELTA only depends on the ongoing assessment and your performance during the TPs. But here, along with your attendance, participation, and your performance in the TPs, you will have also an end of course exam. And you as a trainee must pass the end of course exam with at least 60% of the total mark of the exam. If you're less than this, so you will know now. Okay, so you need to focus on the attendance of 100%. You need to complete all of your teaching practices and observation of experienced teachers, and you need the completion of your course exam. These are the 3 main points of your assessment criteria. What are the grades? There are actually 3 pass grades. Pass A, in which you need to read this. I will not read it for you. Read it carefully if you want pass A, because as long as you do this, you are in pass A 100%. Do we have a minimum number of pass A? Actually, no. If all of you did this, you will have the pass A on your certificate, and I will show you a sample certificate of one of my rounds, course rounds. Okay, pass B, and there are some points also to put in mind when you have pass B and pass only, and also we have some requirements for this pass and the fail grade, which is not a pass grade at all. And I think everybody will strive for avoiding this point. I need you to read it in order to put in mind what you're supposed to do during the course. This is very, very, very important. I will send you all documents on your Google Classroom once you send me your Gmail accounts on the group of CELTAD 10 2021, the group of the course. Unfortunately, people who attend freely this session will not have such documents, because you're not with us in the course group. But if you'd like to join us, you have like a one-day opportunity to join us, because tomorrow is the first actual session in which we will commence the course, and we will start giving all the course outline, starting from the module 1 point. The last document, which is the consent form. As you know, any course must have a kind of consent form that all the trainees must sign. In this consent form, you will just confirm that you don't have any allowances and some of the regulations of the course, and you understand them all. Also, you will just know how to pay your installments and which times exactly, because we put like specific times to pay these installments. You need to write your name here and to sign, and then send it back to my email or to the email of Lingo Palace Academy, and write the date for sure. How can I write using this PDF? It's very easy. Just visit this place, which is the pen in your PDF. Click on it. You will find that you can add your name here. For example, if I want to write my name, I will write Amr Asmat, for example. And how to sign? It's very easy. If you want to sign, just sign yourself. You can add your initials by writing Amr Asmat and then apply. You will find this here. I can put it here after the word apply, and the date, write just the date. Today is 10/15/2021, and this is how to write your name and sign, and also write the date. Again, I will make it again. Okay, so if you just allow me, I will close this and open it again in order to know how to sign this consent or disclaimer for the course. Again, I will share this with you. Now, after reading the student or the trainees handbook, after reading the assessment criteria, after reading everything, you need to read this consent form. So after reading everything about the course, visit this, read it, and after reading it all, word by word, please read everything. You can write your name. Can everybody find this pen? Okay. You will just click on it, and after clicking, you need to put it under the word name. Write your name, and it is recommended to write your full name. For example, I write here my full name, Amr Ahmed Asmat Muhammad Ilali. And what about the signature? I will find this word, sign yourself, this option, okay? And it will be so close to the pen tab. Just click on it, and you can add your signature. Add signature. So if I want to add my signature, I will write Asmat. It's my signature. And by the way, you can choose any font from this place or from this place. If I want to just press change, they will give you like many options of signatures. For example, I can use this, I can use this, I can use whatever I like. Okay, but it looks like a signature anyway. Okay, and then once you click on apply, you will find it here. Okay, you can put it under the word signature and then click again to write the date. For example, today is 15th of October 2021, or you can write it in the American way, 10/15/2021, as you like. Once you made this, save it. Click on save file, and once you click save file, he will ask you where to put it. It's very easy to put it on the desktop and then send it to the Lingo Palace Academy Gmail. I will send you the Gmail after the session in order to have it. In any case you would like to send anything or to just ask me about something, you can email me you can tell me emailing this Gmail. Okay, is anything clear, or do you want more explanation about something? You can put your hand up if you'd like any extra or more clarification. Everything is clear? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, Mr. Muhammad Khalifa?
Yes, Mr. I have a question, please. I have noticed that your Grace recorded the session. So
yes, I said this session only is recorded because it is the orientation session, and we need, if you forget something, you can just download it in order to know everything you want to know during the course.
Yes, so according the next sessions are not recorded, are not being recorded.
They are not recorded. Actually, for copyrights, I don't record any session, and a part of this consent is that you are not allowed to record any session.
No problem. Another question, please. Another question.
Because you will
Server
have
interrupting.
all the material of all sessions directly after each session. So once I finish this session, you will find all the material on your Google Classroom. So no need for recording. Number two, recording will make people lenient somehow, and people will not study well because they will depend on the idea that we have the recording. So and also for copyright issues for sure.
Thanks a million. Another question, please. I'm sorry.
Go on.
It is related to the certificate.
Yeah.
Yani, are we gonna have in my certificate, for example, Mr. Muhammad is certified to receive the course from from the which is Lingo Palace Academy, for example, via online, or just
can you see the certificate now?
Lingo
this is
Palace.
a certificate. Lingo Palace Academy certificate in English language teaching and American diploma, CELTAD. This is to certify that Adil Sayyid Hassan Muhammad. By the way, you will send me your passport, your names in the passport in order to have same letters, and it should be all capitalized like the passport in order to have it as it is written in
yes, resemble it.
Okay, it has been awarded pass grade B in certificate in English language teaching and American diploma, and then this is the date of award, the accreditation number, and this is my signature for sure, and this is a raised yes stamp, and here I will show you the real one, but because this is the online one. In this place, you find a curve or a carved stamp in your certificate in order to make sure it is authentic. And in the back face of the certificate, you will find everything about the course, the modules you studied, and down here your course tutor and my signature, as well as a real or a live stamp of Lingo Palace Academy. This doesn't appear as real because it is the online stamp, but actually, if you just give me 1 minute, I'll show you the real stamp. So just a minute.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah,
Well, I have a question. Mr. Ismat, I'm not sure if you hear me or not, but I have a question actually.
Okay, just a minute.
Just a minute. Just taking permission for just going for a minute.
Okay, I'm back. So this is our stamp. I'd like you to see it. It is a live one. Okay. If I
super fascinating.
Yeah, yes. If I remove this one, and I have also the stamp of Ray. Just needs me. Yes, it's a real one, as you see. Can you see it?
Yeah, you can see it, right?
Great. So this is the real one, and this is the stamp that makes the
curves,
the curves in your certificate in order to make it authentic from me or from
that sounds good.
Palace. So
thanks a million, Mr.
It is like an international certificate for sure, and it takes the stamp of Array as well. Yes,
thanks a million.
From I heard a female sound. Who wants to ask?
It's Miss Aya. Just my question is, where does this academy locate? Is it
actually
in Egypt?
It locates on my laptop. Till now, because I live in Saudi Arabia, I have no location, but I'm certified from Array, as I told you, and Array is accreditation organization that may certify some of the online academies. So Lingo Palace is one of these academies, and but I don't have a kind of location because I live in Jeddah actually. And you know, here Egyptians couldn't have like their private business except if they put like 450,000 riyals in a bank in order to be a foreign investor. It's a kind of business anyway.
I got you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. But once I'm back to Egypt, this is my future project. Okay, Mr. Ahmed, I think Mr. Ahmed Adel wants to ask a question.
Yes, Mr. Amr. As for me, don't have any experience in teaching American diploma students. So if I get the certificate, I finish the course and got the certificate, when I apply to schools in Saudi Arabia or in other place, or Egypt, because I live now in Saudi Arabia, well, do you expect that they accept me with only the course without any experience?
Let's agree on something.
Yes.
As I said before in one of my videos, that the first thing to allow you enter the gates of any American schools is your language. This is the first thing. Number two comes this certificate. Why? Because you will have like 6 videos teaching American students. So if we ask you, do you have any experience in American schools? Actually, I have a kind of experience teaching American school students, and I have these videos. You can see it. So once he watched you in one of these videos, you will know now that you can teach using American curriculum. This is number one. Number two, do you have any idea about curriculum mapping or syllabus breakdown? Yes, sure, because this is a part of what you will study in this course. Do you have 1, 2, 3? Yes. As long as you are in any interview in American school, believe that you will answer all the questions. But I keep one condition to myself, is everybody needs to reach this level, must follow my steps during the course. This is only my my condition, or this is the only condition that I can guarantee that you can join any American diploma school if you go with my certificate. Remember, and I will tell you my personal experience. You know, I will show you how many certificates do I have teaching in American diploma schools. And this is the first time I show anybody, except the recruiters, my resume. And wait, I'm just finding the folder here. Yes, I will show you how many certificates do I have in teaching an American diploma. But believe it or not, once I apply for any school, they just ask me to speak first. These are all my certificates. And if you just have a look, you will find that I have many EX means experience, many experiences in many schools, 22 years. And one of them, I will show you, one of them is a kind of a leap, because it is from the educational, or it is from one of the governmental institutions here. Oh, no, not that one. Let me show you what I mean. I will show you a certificate from the Ministry of Education here in Saudi Arabia, that I am allowed to be the supervisor or the administrator or the academic principal of an American school. See, I will show you. But believe it or not, once you are inside the school, nobody looks even at these certificates. And when they tell them about these certificates, they seem surprised. Oh, do you have these certificates? Yes, I gave you my old file, my old folder in the beginning. Nobody looks at these things except when you have the ability to speak, to express yourself, and to tell them about what you have. And after so, they will look at your certificates. See, this is المملكة العربية السعودية، وزارة التربية والتعليم، إدارة التربية والتعليم بمحافظة الإحساء. And you see, it takes something which is called رقم المشفوعات, and this is official. And you can entirely official here in Saudi Arabia. They send this to the big or the CEO of the school. From who? From the principal of national and international education in this governed rate. And they write here what يفيدكم بأن المذكور بياناته على قد اجتاز المقابلة المؤهلة لوظيفة what؟ مشرف تربوي مقيم في مادة التعليم الدولي. أولاً ما فيش حاجة اسمها التعليم الدولي، مادة يعني. لكن في حاجة اسمها التعليم الدولي، لأن أنا كنت مدير المدرسة، وهم عشان ما ينفعش يكتبوا مدير التعليم الدولي أو المدرسة الدولية عشان أنا مصري. تمام، هنا في السعودية، فسموها مشرف تربوي مقيم في مادة التعليم الدولي، ولا منع من تمكينه من العمل. الكلام ده كنت أنا قبل منه ب5 سنين مدير تعليم دولي. It was a kind of request from Mr. Khalid al-Nuwaishi, who was the principal of National and International Educational Administration. هو الراجل ساعتها طلب مني كده الطلب ده، وقال لي معلش يا عمرو، احنا عارفين ان انت اقدم واحد في الاحصاء كلها في الاداره، في اداره التعليم الدولي، وهم نفسهم كانوا بيجوا يسالوني نعمل ايه في ده ونعمل ايه في ده. فقال لي هنعمل لك بس تيست خفيف كده عشان نديك الشهاده دي. الشهاده دي المفروض انها تشغلني مدير في اي مكان في الدنيا هنا، تمام، لان شهاده من الحكومه السعوديه، ومع ذلك ما حدش بيقراها. طب ايه اللي بياخد بالهم او بيخليهم يعني يفتحوا عينيهم زي ما بيقولوا؟ ان انت بتخش تتكلم في الشغل نفسه. يا مس فاتن والله، هاو وي كان سي 7 صنايع اسمها Jack of all trades master of nothing. فعلا 7 صنايع، بس الحمد لله البخت مش ضايع، الحمد لله رب العالمين. Jack of all trades master of nothing. يعني الراجل جاك اللي بيعمل كل حاجه، مش رئيس اي حاجه. جزاك الله كل خير. Do you see that I am that man? I am Jack. My name is Amr. Okay, so Mr. Ahmed, did I answer your question?
Yes. So if someone's language is good or acceptable to them, and he doesn't have the experience or the same,
No, I didn't. He doesn't have. I didn't say he doesn't have the experience. I said your language is good. You already passed halfway. But if you have the knowledge of what American diploma is, now you have you already passed all the way. And yes. Let's say that your language is perfect, but you know nothing about American diploma, and another guy's language is also perfect, but he knows everything about American diploma. Who would win?
Of course, the experienced teacher.
Great. Once they asked Mustafa Mahmoud, Dr. Mustafa Mahmoud, Allah yarhamu, and they told them, if we have 2 people, one is atheist or unbeliever, I'm sorry, and another is a Muslim or a believer, and we throw them in the sea, who will survive? He said a very simple answer. He told them, the one who knows how to
master swimming.
The one who knows how to swim, not master even. Just he said, the one who knows how to swim. It's it. If your perfect English is a kind of a push, a help, a perfect assistance, but you need also the experience. And how can you get the experience without working in American diploma? By joining such a course. And believe me, you will be more experienced than people who work in American diploma, because I will tell you things about the secrets of being an administrator in American diploma, and not all of the teachers know that. Let me speak Arabic somehow, because actually I feel Arabic in such cases more than English. أنا أكاد أجزم لك يا مستر أحمد ان في ناس بتدي الكورسات بتاعت الاس اي تي ما تعرفش الكلام اللي انا هقوله لكم، واللي انتوا فعليا هتعرفوه من حد غيري. اتفضلي يا دكتور سام.
اسمعي.
الو. طيب، يبقى تمام. ليه بقى؟ لان انا في الكورس ده حاطط خبرتي الاداريه، فمش اي مدرس بيعرف الكلام ده خالص، ولا مدرس. مش اي مدرس، يعني في مدرسين الكلام ده حتى المشرفين اللي بيشرفوا، اللي هم السوبرفايزر الاتش او ديز اللي بيشرفوا في الامريكان دبلومه ما يعرفوش. يعني مثلا هاجي اقول لك لو جينا نجيب ساينس ديبارتمنت اتش او دي، تمام، ونساله الكريدت اورز بتاعت الانجليش ايه، مش هيعرف. هو يعرف البيولوجي والفيزيكس والساينس والقصدي والكيمستري والساينس بس. But here in this course, I will tell you about the whole picture. And this only is known by principals, not more than this. Also, the assessment criteria. If you are an HOD in the elementary school, you don't know anything about the high school or the middle school. If you are in the high school or middle school, you don't know anything about the elementary, except if you work for both, okay? But here in the course, I will give you the total. I will give you the whole picture. You can see everything about American diploma. Imagine that it is a picture and you stand away from it in a proper space to know everything about the components of this picture. This is our course, okay? Any questions, Shabab? Any questions about anything in the course? I'd like you to speak, by the way. I finished the presentation and I finished what I want to say today, but actually I need as many questions as you can in order to just make sure that I have filled all the gaps you have in your mind here. I think Ms. Aya wants to say something.
Yes. Since I'm living in Jordan, actually, I would like to ask you this question. Is it official? Is it an official certificate in Jordan?
What is official? You mean the course?
Yes.
The
exactly.
course is accredited by a worldwide organization, Array. So once you have Array,
I haven't heard that. Again, what is the name of organization that you said?
Array Global Educational Services. I will show you the website. Just give me a minute to show you the website of Array. And it is like Cognia. It is like all the organizations that accredit the American schools. Just wait. Array.
All right. By the way, this is my first year teaching Syllabus. I'm teaching my perspectives, grade 7 and 8. Yes, and it's
you will use my perspectives during my course, by the way, in your TPs. So
yeah,
I like grade 7 selection, which is Christmas card. I like it so much. So I apply it for grade 8 and 9 as well. This is Array Global Educational Services. And as you see, by the way, one of the things that I will allow you to have is the professional development of Array, because Array, as I am one of the organizations accredited by Array, so they allow me to choose people to attend their continuous and professional development, the CPD. So this is also one of the privileges of course, because you can't join them or you can't attend their professional development except if you are a part of these organizations. As in addition to all of this, at the end of the course, I just keep a very amazing surprise for all of the people of the course, but I can't say it in public. I will say it maybe at the end of the course or before the end of the course. Something that is actually a kind of a real present, a real prize.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Mr. Dr. Muhammad, yes, go on. Hello, Dr. Muhammad. Dr. Muhammad, you're raising your hand. Yes?
Hello,
Can
Mr. Amr, how are you doing?
can
Do you hear me?
I can't hear you now.
Okay, thank you so much. First, I'd like to share efforts to remember before I start.
The voice is not clear somehow. Could you please?
I'd like to tell you that I didn't hear anything about the meeting because I'm on the transport. That's why I'd like you to please send me the records after service. Hello?
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat what you said, because the voice is unclear. You're lagging somehow, or maybe you're driving or something.
Yeah. That's what I've said before, that I didn't hear you at all just because I'm on the transport. So if you please, after finishing the meeting, I'd like you to send me the record, because I'd like to know the room about the group, because I need it. I'm a doctor, as you know, lecturer.
What I understood, and say yes or no, that you want to speak with me in private after the course, after this session, right?
No.
No.
I'm trying to
So I can't hear you. I will send you my mobile phone. If you are in Saudi Arabia, you can contact me, because I can't hear you really. It's very difficult to understand what you say. It seems that there is wind around you, and maybe you're moving, you're doing something, so the voice is not clear at all. You're lagging most of the time.
Okay, do you hear me now?
No, yes, this is great.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to appreciate you for your wonderful efforts and you're trying to help us, okay, for giving us like such a diploma. And thank you so much, and thanks a million for that. And I'd like to welcome the participants of this meeting. I'd like to tell you that I didn't hear anything about what you said because I'm on the transportation. Okay.
Oh.
That's why, if you please, I'd like you to send me the record after finishing the meeting.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Actually I will make it shorter somehow if I speak a lot, and I will put it on the general group. Where did you know about this session? Facebook or the group?
Facebook and group. I follow you. I'm your.
You're
friend.
Following me. Wow.
Long time ago.
I must be scared now. Okay, inshallah, I'll make it shorter somehow, in order not to have like a big video, and it will allow me to upload it anyway. And I will put it on my YouTube, and then I will send the link on the WhatsApp group, and I will put it on the Facebook as well. So you may find this, and I'm so sorry that you couldn't hear what I said. Really, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all. Thank you so much.
I think somebody is joining now. Wow, we're about to leave. Okay, Mr. Ahmed.
Yeah, sorry,
you have another question. Great. Ask
yes.
whatever you want.
Thank you so much for this. As for the TPs, whom are we going to teach?
Real students. Say, my policy is, after beginning the course, and after having real candidates in my course, I make a free course for American diploma students from grade 4 to grade 10. all over the Arab world, in the Middle East. So I may have students from Jordan, students from Saudi Arabia, students from Egypt, any place that uses the American context. So after collecting or gathering such students, I categorize them into levels according to their ages, 2 levels actually, elementary and middle and high together. So once you are in one of the trainees of the course, you will have a schedule of the 6 weeks to tell you in that day, in this hour, you have a 40-minute session, online session to teach such students. Okay, Mr. Ahmed, I think Mr. Ahmed lost the connection. Oh.
No, I'm here.
You're here? Oh, because you moved. I'm searching for you.
And I was listening to your answer. Thank you.
So anyway, this is the way I make it. And I make it like a free course. Why? In order to have real students. Because real students means real experience. I can't tell other trainees to attend with you as a teacher in order to perform or act like students. It will be a kind of fake lesson, as if we are just acting in a movie or on stage. But I make this free course for students of American diploma, and I put American diploma as a condition. So one of the things I ask each one is to thank you, Ms. Aya. Thank you so much. Is to write the name or the title of the school he is in. So, for example, student so and so, and this is my school. I can accept experimental school students because they know somehow English, but mainly I focus on the American diploma school students. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question concerning the course, the criteria, the assessment, the TPs, how to upload, how to download, because you will have a lot of technological things during the course. You will know more and more about technology and how to make some presentations regardless the PPT. Here we use some more advanced programs like Prezi, like Powtoon, like Infograph. I will teach you about this. And this is like something that I'd like you to know. You will find things that you didn't know, and even away from the American, they will help you to be perfect teachers. Miss Maha, تفضلي.
Alaikum.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Amr, for this orientation. But I have just a question. You said we can use a mobile phone, yes?
Yes.
So I downloaded the only Zoom. So what apps can I download
on the
this?
group? On the group, I told them about the apps: Google Classroom, Google Drive, Google Document. Some of the apps on the group, I already told them about them, and I will send, if I have more participants in the or more candidates in the course, I will add you and then resend these messages in order to know the regulations of the course, the group rules, and all the applications we use. And as we move on in the course, I will tell you more and more step by step. I don't like to give you all the information at once in the beginning, because I know files of information will just evaporate if I give it all the candidates them at once. So I just give you what you will use in this stage of the course, and then when we move to another stage, I'll give you other regulations, other criteria, in order to understand. This is the main target of the course, to let people know how to do.
Yeah.
Know how to do. It's not a kind of a show off or to tell you that I know more than you. It's not my point of view. It's not my
My
way.
question,
Yeah.
but my question that all these applications could be available on the cell phone.
Yeah, all of them are free, and all of them are available on the Play Store as well as the other one, Google Store. It's called Google Store, right?
Yeah, iPhone. Yes.
The iPhone, Apple
Apple
Store, but
yes.
the other one
Apple
is Play Store, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I have the Apple Store, so I forget the names.
Yes,
This is
Apple
why.
Apple Store. This application could
All
be
of them,
available on Apple Store.
because I use Apple as well.
Yes,
So
and me.
I have all these applications on my cell phone. So anyway, they are all free and they are all available for everybody. Zoom, Google Document, Google Drive, Google Classroom, because all the material will be uploaded to Google Classroom. So I'd like you to have a folder from the beginning of the course and divide it into, or put week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and divide each week into 2 sessions to put the material of each session in the right place. I'm a kind of, they call me, or they say that I am OCD person because I like organization. And maybe this is one of the points of my success. And I always say that maybe untidy people, or people who don't like cleanliness and tidiness, so they call me as an OCD. But I like to be like what I am now. So actually, organization is something perfect. You wouldn't get lost if you put everything in its place. No, I need this session, so it's here. That session, so it's there. That's it. Any other questions? Is it clear? Everything is clear. Nobody has any other question. I see that number of people is going less. Yes, Ms. Zahra, go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Amr, with you, Ms. Zahra from Aswan in Egypt. Actually, I am a teacher in a private school.
Yes.
I would ask if the course content will be relevant to the type of the school I am working on it. Can I use the course content in my school? Can it be beneficial to me in this type of school, or it would be beneficial only to the American schools?
Let me say that if you look at the course content I showed you in the beginning of the session, you will find that it focuses in many ways, or in many modules, on the way of teaching, the lesson planning, the 4 skills, the receptive and productive skills, and everything that relates to English. And then it focuses at the end of how to know about the administrative work of American schools. So anyway, if you want to know more and more about how to teach so and so, you will find that it's perfect also for your type of school, or your school style. It's very easy to, you need as an English teacher to know how to teach poetry, how to teach literature, how to teach phonology or phonetics, how to teach lexis. Lexis means vocabulary, how to teach writing, listening, reading, and speaking. So all this doesn't only relate to American schools. And even if you work in a private school using the criteria of the American schools, so this would be perfect for you. I think it will be like a great leap in your life. And if you decide once to join an American school, so already you have all the knowledge now.
Yes.
Do you
Okay, thank you.
understand?
Okay, I understand. Another question, the certificate it would be real or online only?
Both.
You said both. Okay.
Yes.
The real one, how can you deliver it to my place?
Great. Actually, if you are in Egypt, I just have a kind of vacation if every 3 months. So I deliver it to people in Egypt by when I arrive to Cairo. I just call people to um, choose one of the two criteria. The first one is to send it by mail, post mail, I mean, and you pay for that. The second one, if you have a relative or something in Cairo, he can meet me and take it from me. People in Saudi Arabia, actually, it is the same. If you can arrive to Jeddah to take it yourself, like some people, it's okay. If you want me to mail it, I think it takes like 65 riyals in order to send it to anybody in anywhere in Saudi Arabia. For in Egypt, I don't know, because all the people in Egypt, Mr. Muhammad Shawqi was one of them. He attended today, and this is for my happiness. Actually, it makes me happy because this man is great. He met me in Egypt with the other colleagues, and they took the certificates in front of the aquarium in Egypt. In
The
Zaman.
aquarium.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. We met there, and I had no time, unfortunately, to have enough time with them because I was in a hurry. Always, I'm in a hurry. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Mr. Muhammad Shawqi is one of the people who attended the course. So if you can unmute and tell the others about your experience in the previous round.
Hello, Mr. Amr. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Muhammad. One of my best friends, by the way, now after the course.
I missed your voice.
After the courses, because he attended IELTS, speaking, and then CELTAD. So the man became like a member in Lingo Palace. He has a membership, by the way.
It's my pride. It's my pride, and I'm proud of that, Mr. Amr.
Thank you.
What the question? Because I forgot
The
it.
question is, yeah, just you can tell, convey your experience to others. What was the course about? How do you feel that something changed in your experience, in your level, in everything, if you can?
Okay, I'll start by telling you stories that happened to me actually. Did you remember when I called you and I said, Mr. Amr,
Quit.
I will be quit out of my school because I don't know how to deal with my students, because I spend all my life dealing with students who are adults, and my school now was dealing with students who are from KG to grade 4 and so on. And you told me something, Muhammad, you are with me in CELTAD, just be patient, and you will know how to do that in the next week or after 2 weeks. As I remembered, you told me that. Actually, we can see that my vice principal and my principal notes that I began to change in dealing with my student, and they were admired, and they admired my style with dealing with my student. And when they asked me about that, me and Mr. Walid, as you know, told them that we took course with Mr. Amr Ismat. Actually, my experience with teaching was not strong, because I spent all my life dealing with private students, not schools. When I attend the IELTS, and after that attend CELTAD, I gained a lot of experience that give me a lot of chances to apply in American schools, and I actually accepted in many of them, but I refused to go because you told me that, Muhammad, don't accept any salary. The salary must be good because you will suffer if the salary wasn't good. And I remember Mr. Amr when he we can say, make a private Zoom to teach me how to make a great and a perfect demo when I accepted or when I was accepted in one American school in Saudi Arabia. And I remember the lesson, it was hard to find subject. And Mr. Amr spent 1 hour with me to tell me how to illustrate and how to explain and how to gain the trust of the interviewers or the principals that they will make the interview with me. Actually, I know everything about teaching. I know how to teach literature, and this is my first time to know that. And it's not a compliment. No, it's not a compliment. I know that because Alhamdulillah, I'm not the person who can.
Oh, you're lagging, Mr. Muhammad. Thank you for this participation, and thank you for your contribution, telling others about what you had in the course. So now, after you heard one real person who attended the previous course or the previous round, do you doubt how well you have benefit, Ms. Zahra? I think you have something else to
Yes.
say.
Yes, I want to ask about the platforms used in the TBs.
The platform is
only
Zoom,
Zoom
and
or-
it will. I will give you the link because I have a paid Zoom platform, and you will work on my under my instructions, and I will just have like a training with you before you start. I will give you a special training, but not in the course days, maybe before a week before, and I will show you how to use it, how to do it. I already made a video for everybody of you, for all the people, a tutorial I mean, in order to tell you how to use Zoom with your students. So don't worry about such things.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome. Any other question about anything, people? Oh, Mr. Muhammad, you came back. You, I think you're still lagging. I think you're still lagging, Mr. Muhammad. Maybe the internet connection is not stable. Yeah, Miss Fatin. Miss Fatin wants to ask a question.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Muhammad. How are you? Sorry, Mr. Amr. Sorry.
I'm fine.
Okay. How are you?
It
Fine?
seems that Mr. Muhammad has fans
Sorry.
here.
Yes, I know. Okay. Just I want to ask you about unfortunately this year I can't get this course. Okay. But I want this next year inshallah. How can
By the way, we are about to go to enter the next year. You mean after 3 months?
After 3 months?
Yeah, because after 3 months we will be in the next year.
It will be a new year.
Really?
Really, because it's October now.
Okay, sorry.
So what do you mean by next year?
I mean next year of my
life.
of my life. Oh, inshallah. After Corona, inshallah.
After
Okay.
Corona, okay.
Inshallah.
So it will not be next year. They said that Corona will stay with us till 2027.
Allahu A'lam.
They say so.
Okay. Anyway, okay, I want this to know how can I improve my language in this
Before that course,
okay.
I'll tell you something
Yes,
that
before.
I'm totally convinced with.
Okay.
I can tell that anybody can teach himself by using books, because books don't teach anybody. Books are just tools for learning. But who teaches people is the teacher or the trainer or the professor or the lecturer sometimes. So في حكمة في العربي كده تقول من كان معلمه كتابه كان خطأه أكثر من صوابه. دي حكمة فقهية بالمناسبة. يعني it's something that we learned in fiqh. They told us so. In order to know well about your religion, you need to study under the hands of one of the sheikhs. So do not
really
ever.
Jack. You are really Jack.
I really, Jack. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure that I am. أنا خرجت من الملة كده أنا عمرو يا ستي. جاك بقى مش مسلم. المهم anyway I'm fully convinced that it's one of my pivotal pillars in my life is to once I don't know anything, I go to the specialist. I don't fix everything I have in my life. So some problems really need a specialist. In education, I can teach myself once I reach a specific level of being somebody who can understand everything. But I don't think most of us really have reached that place. So we need a tutor all the time. We need a tutor. Don't count this on me, but actually once I find somebody who needs to improve his language, I ask him to join the IELTS course. Why IELTS? I don't want to have the IELTS exam, but in my IELTS course, you will find that I improve or I focus on the improvement of your language. How? I give you advanced grammar, advanced vocabulary, advanced ways of writing, how to write well and perfectly. And by the way, in CELTA, I'll tell you something personal also. In CELTA, all my grades were above standard in writing, alhamdulillah. Okay, and this is because I am a writing teacher in my school for some years. So you can say that I dream of writing day by night. So also I focus on the listening and the speaking skills in IELTS. So anybody who wants to improve his level in the language itself, I advise him to join the IELTS course. If anybody joins the IELTS course, he or she will know how it is a kind of blessing because I give more and more than needed. And for any person or any trainer or any tutor, the IELTS is not more than like 30 hours. But in my course, it's 60 hours. And you can imagine what you will learn in 60 hours. Half of this course, by the way. And Mr. Muhammad said, على يدي والله.
Can I participate? I want to say something.
Yes, you can.
To respond to Ms. Faten, I think self-learning also playing a good role in improving your language. You can start by yourself. You can learn from anything, from a newspaper, from an article you can read on mobile phone, anything you can learn from. It's my experience to start learn with myself. You can read some news on the mobile. You can listen to anything, even to English movies to improve your language. I think also even the IELTS need to improve your language before you start in it.
No, in my course, no. In my course,
really?
Yeah, really.
Even your English even the English level is weak.
Is A2. This is why I tell everybody or advise everybody to join this course because I designed it for the A2 student.
Okay.
And by the way, even teachers in other schools, North American ones, will find that it's something new. I didn't know this before. What is that? What did this man, or what does this man say? What is this rule? We didn't meet it before. So this is why I advise anybody to join the IELTS course if he wants to improve his level in English, speaking, listening, grammar, writing, reading, everything. This is the focus of the IELTS course. I don't prepare people actually only to join the IELTS exam or to have the IELTS exam, but I prepare them to be good, perfect English users. And this is the first thing I say in the orientation of the IELTS course. Now your target is not to pass this IELTS with so and so score. Your target is to be perfect English user. That's it.
Okay, Mr.
And
Amr.
vocab, Mr. Muhammad Shawqi reminds me and said vocab, you forgot it. Yes, also for vocab, you have like uncommon, advanced, native speaker vocabulary. The vocabulary that they use in movies, as Miss Zahra said, and in their daily life. So if you want to improve your English level, I advise you to join that course. Mr. Muhammad Khalifa wants to say something? Yes?
Yes, Mr. I'm so sorry for interrupting you many times. But anyhow,
You're welcome.
I have a question. Yeah, thanks a million. Are you a CELTA holder, Mr. Amr?
Yeah, sure. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, that's fantastic, mashallah. So, inshallah, by the end of this course, I want to apply my name and I want to be a trainee at your hands. So, I wish to be in your shoes and I want to get this course as well, really, and CELTA as well. When I was in Egypt, it was very difficult for me because some of financial problems.
I know.
Do you know that at
I
the
had
beginning?
it when it was much cheaper than now.
Mashallah, Mr.
I am an old CELTA holder.
Mashallah. So inshallah, really I'm intended and I'm insisting as well just to receive such certificates. And I want Your Highness to be my teacher, my trainer, my coach.
Thank you.
Because really I'm totally convinced right now. I'm totally convinced. I'd like to start it, inshallah.
It's my pleasure.
So please, when you
Jack,
just start
as
this
Miss
course,
Patton said.
you're the jack of all trades, but you master all of these, really.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, religiously and academically, educationally,
والله
and whatever. And
احنا ماشيين كده تحت رضا ربنا يعني.
ما شاء الله يا مستر. Thanks a million. جزاكم الله خير.
والله كذبتني يا محمد انا وشي احمر.
No والله لا والله I'm not giving a compliment but I'm just giving credit when credit is due.
Thank you.
I'm giving credit.
Thanks a million. To hear that وربنا يجعلنا عند حسن ظنكم يا رب.
Thanks a million مستر. جزاكم الله خير. Thanks a million.
حياك يا حبيبي ربنا يحفظك يا رب. أي سؤال أي حاجة تاني؟ Any questions? تاني يا محمد? You have a question or it's from the previous time? I think previous time. Okay. By this now, I've said I've said all the things that we need as trainees in this course. If you'd like to join, please try to make it somehow fast because tomorrow will be the first session in the same time from 8 to 11. Maybe it may be till 12. Sometimes we have a kind of discussion or something. We have different opinions and I need to clarify this. So I don't stick to time somehow. So if I say from 8 to 11, sometimes it goes to 12, sometimes it goes to more than 12. So, but the official pacing will be 3 hours from 8 to 11 Egyptian timing and 9 to 12 Saudi timing. It would be, it was really a pleasure and honor to have you here. And thank you for your trust. I'd like to thank you all to be that you attended this session, and I hope to have more and more from you in the following ones. And I hope you join the course before it starts because it's really a hit, and you will find that it is really beneficial and applicable, and it will give you a great push in your future. Thank you again, and see you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Amr. Really appreciate your efforts. Thank you
You're
very much.
welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاكم الله خيرا.
حياكم حبيبي.
Thank you, Mr. Amr.
You're welcome. You're welcome.